Jeopardy! Today's contestants are another Zelda and the Legend of Zelda from Hyrule Field, Princess Zelda. And the builder from the Mushroom Kingdom, Builder Luigi. And it are returning champions. A last one, the Ice Flower from the Super Mario Brothers, Ice Mario. Whose 11 days cash winnings total $390,003. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek! Thank you, Johnny. I am just looking forward into the returning champion, Ice Mario. It's this hour in the 11 games in the Jeopardy champion. And we're just looking forward to Jeopardy games, and the returning champion is at 11 games. Ice Mario is the Jeopardy champion. Is at 11 games to the $110,000 away, and to break the $500,000 record for Jeopardy champion. Please welcome the two challengers, Builder Luigi and Zelda. Welcome aboard, grabbing scene and devices. But let's get to work in the Jeopardy round. One daily double, and here are the categories. First up with pin the tail on the donkey. Next, Attack of the Movie Monsters. Food, Band of Brothers, Arrested Development, and finally, Churches and Cathedrals. Alright? Champ, off you go. Let's go to Food for 200. Hagamongi is a simple version of this but with fish liver. Luigi. What is salmon? No. Mario or Zelda? What is a haggis? Haggis. What is a haggis? Okay, Mario, you go again. Food for 400. Rachel Ray has a 22-minute recipe for burgers of this cordon bleu, 10 minutes of prep, and 12 to cook. Mario, where's the chicken? You got it. Food for 400. From the Dutch board to curl, this dove nut style dove is fried, and brushed with a sweet glaze. What is a cruller? Back to Mario. Food for 800. Manchego cheese is made in the La Mancha region of this country. Luigi. What is Spain? Yes, you're out in the hole. Let's go to food for 1,000. Polska Prekatis, the name of the sausage in the Hailshire farm product. And we're going to kielbasa. Back to Luigi. Band of Brothers for 200. Body Benders, Drew and Nick Nache were in this group. Mario. What is the 98 degrees? Correct. Brothers 4. This brother band of Boppers, Isaac Taylor and Zach released Anthem in 2013. Mario. Who's Hanson? You got it. Band of Brother for 600. The first #1 hit for this brotherly act was 1970's I Want You Back. Zelda. Warner Jackson 5. You're correct. You're on the board. Makes a selection. Thank you. Band of Brothers for 800. Grammy-winning indie rockers out of Canada, Wynn and William Butler. Mario. What is Arcade Fire? Yes. Band of Brothers for 1,000. This sibling group wrote and sang Night Fever and Staying Alive. Mario. We're the Bee Gees. Correct. Movie monsters for 200. Jaws about one of these sea creatures kept lots of folks out on the water. Zelda. What is a shark? You got it. Monsters of 4. You can see this monster from Egypt's past in the film from back in 1932 or at Universal Studios. Mario. What is a mummy? You got it. Movie monsters for 600. Answer. Dilly Double. 2000. Alright, here's your clue. AVP is short for Alien versus It. What is Predator? You picked the right one. Yes. You got $5,200. Go ahead. Monsters for 800. This love-struck giant ape ends up far from Skull Island, its home. Luigi. Who is Godzilla? No. Mario. Who's King Kong? King Kong, yes. Movie monsters for 1,000. Ape Sapien helps this well-read guy went from dark side to working for outside. Luigi. What is Hellboy? You got it. The last word. $800. He's tied into second place, and Luigi is back into the plus side. Alright, you have to take a break. This commercial won. We'll go back to the moment. Alright, welcome back. Princess Zelda. It's from Hyrule Field. And we're going to have Justin looking at this, your Toon Princess Zelda. Right, Justin looking at what should you do in a living?
I'm going to have Justin looking at the same link. And we're going to Justin looking at fun and Echoes of Wisdom. And this is the Legend of the Triforce. And the Saving and Evil Ganon and Save Link.
Ooh, it says Saving Link is up there. That's alright. Are you okay, Nap?
Yep.
Alright. Thank you to be with us, Zelda.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. Alright, Luigi, it's from... Build-A-Luigi. Sorry. Build-A-Luigi. It's from the Super Mario Maker. And we're going to just looking for him that lives in Mushroom Kingdom. Alright, when are you going to hear just looking at tell to myself? Oh yeah, I got to hear just like in the building, the level, and the world. And this is I love the games and the making the levels and the worlds. Ooh, that's nice, and he just feeding just like that. Alright, thank you very much. Ice Mario is from the Mushroom Kingdom. He's in the Ice Flower. And we're gonna Justin this we're gonna do tell to myself. Oh yeah, I'm gonna love that. This Sky High Sunday and the Mario Kart World, and this is DK Pass, and then the Justin Race, and the just likes in the Mario Kart World. The love the games with the Nintendo Switch 2. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. That's a great game, and just like Nintendo Switch 2. Alright, thank you, Ice Mario.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. Alright, Ice Luigi, you have to command on the board. Grab and singing devices. You have to command on the board. You have 3 categories slapping on the mix and selection. We have to continue. Let's go to churches and cathedrals for 200. This Vatican, basically part of Santa, is a holy door that's open once every 25 years. Mario. What is St. Peter's Basilica? You got it. Churches and cathedrals of 4. In the 20th century, electric motors were installed in this Paris cathedrals, bells, including the one named Emmanuel. Zelda.
What is the Notre Dame Cathedral?
You got it.
Churches and cathedrals of 6.
In 1066, William the Conqueror started a tradition of monarchs being crowned in this church. Luigi. What is Westminster Abbey? You're correct. 800 for churches and cathedrals. The San Miguel mission in the state capital began holding mass in the early 1600s. Mario. What is centipede? Right. Churches and cathedrals for 1,000. For more than 1,000 years, it was the cathedrals of the ecumenical patriarchate of Constantinople. And we're gonna do Hagia Sophia. Back to Mario. Donkey for 200. Clover the horse in this Orwell books asks Benjamin the donkey to read their sixth commandment. Zelda.
What is Animal Farm?
You got it.
Donkey for 400.
This title boy and his pal Lampwick get turned into donkeys. Later he becomes a marionette once more. Zelda.
Who's Pinocchio?
You're correct.
Donkey for 600.
Not quite Rossinated, the mount used by this character is a brown donkey. Zelda.
Who is Sancho Panza?
Yes.
Donkey for 800.
After offending Apollo, this king with the golden touch became the king with donkey's ears. Luigi. Who is King Midas? You got it. Donkey for 1,000. In 1879, this young scout documentary his adventures of France in travels with the donkey in the Seven Aces. Mario. Who's Robert Louis Stevenson? You got it. Let's go to Arrested Develop for 200. Altogether, this great soul of India spent 7 years of prison for political activity. Mario. Who's Mohandas Gandhi? Yes. Develop for 400. The business sense of this natural and painter was for the birds. He was jailed for debt in 1819. We're going to put John James Audubon. Back to Mario. Develop for 600. This author's crime discussing banned books in the Paderewski Circle Group in 1849 punishment for years in Siberia. I'm going to Fyodor Dostoevsky. Back to Mario. Develop for 8. In 1944, Himmler tried to take over the German rocket program and jail this B-2 rocket scientist who didn't cooperate. Zelda. Who's Werner von Braun? You got it. And it goes the last clue. In May 1895, this author was sentenced to 2 years at hard labor, mostly served at reading Gile. Mario. Who's Oscar Wilde? You got it. That's worth $9,200. Ice Mario's in the lead. You're at $9,200. Luigi got $2,200. He's in last place. And Zelda, you got $3,200. This is second place. And Luigi, you're going to go first in Double Jeopardy. Welcome back to the moment. Alright, time for Double Jeopardy round. There are 2 daily doubles. Here are the categories. First off with Anthropology. Next, K-Rock. K, that's the quotation marks. Chinese History. Ben Juries. Literary Gems. And finally, The Wives of Henry VIII. Alright. Luigi, off you go. K-Rock for 400. Lacaditch is the last name of this woman who fronted the waves. Zelda.
Who is Katrina?
You got it.
K-Rock for 800.
The Funches took this song to number 2. Roberta Flack had taken it to number 1. Mario. What is Killing Me Softly with This His Song? Any more specific? What is Killing Me
successfully with his song.
You got it. Thank you.
K-Rock for 12.
Behind these hazel eyes was a hint for this idol. Luigi. Who's Kelly Clarkson. Yes. K-Rock for 1600. In 2010's Come Around, Sundown was from this group received rock royalty. Luigi. Who are the Kings of Leonon. You got it. K-Rock for 2000. With help from the part of Noises, Tom Jones remained this Prince song. Zelda.
What is Kiss?
You got it.
Anthropology 4.
Lewis Morgan said we progressed from savagery through barbarism to this sophisticated stage. Mario.
What is civilization? Civilizations.
You got it.
Anthropology for 800.
Buggy slang for upscale or snobby comes from this classic described by Karl Marx. Zelda.
What is Bargosi?
You got it. Wow, that's beat the time. Alright, beat the buzzer. Alright. Okay, Zelda makes the selection.
Anthropology for 12.
Elsie Parsons studied these apartment dwelling Indians of the Southwest, including the Zuni. We're gonna do with Pablos. Back to Zelda.
Anthropology for 16.
A classic work of cultural anthropology is autonomically titled This in the Cooked. Mario.
What is raw?
You got it.
Anthropology for 2000.
Answer. Billy Double.
8,000.
Here's the clue. In 1925, she set out for the South Pacific to study adolescent girls.
Who's Margaret Mead?
You're right. We got $20,000. Go get it.
Chinese history for 400.
Begun in 486 BC, China's Grand. This is the world's longest man-made waterway. Zelda.
What is a canal?
You got it.
Chinese history for 800.
A folk tale tells of Man Jananganu who searches for her husband along this public works project. Luigi. What is the Great Wall of China? You got it. Chinese history for 1200. Answer. Dilly Double. 5,000. For $5,000, if you're correct, here's a clue. In 1901, China agreed to pay 11 nations about $330 million in damages that arose from this rebellion. What is the Boxer Rebellion? You got it. As you got $10,800. Go again. History for 16. Legend says Emperor Nagandi's wife invented the loom to weave this luxurious fabric. Luigi. What is silk? Yeah. Chinese history for 2000. Know the enemy and know yourself is a lesson from this tristius cactus from which were later used by Mao. Luigi. What is the gallery of art? No. Mario. What is the art of war? That's it.
Henry VIII for 400.
She was born in the Citadel city of Alcala, Henry's, and married Henry in 1909. Zelda.
Who is Catherine of Aragon?
Yup.
Henry VIII for 8.
She died 12 days after childbirth and is buried next to Henry. Mario.
Who is Jane Summer?
Yeah.
Go to
Henry VIII for 1200. The last two, his second wife, she secretly married the king on January 25th, 1533. That was the D was Anne Boleyn. Back to Mario. Henry VIII was 1600. The last two both Catherines, one was executed, one survived Henry. Catherine Howard and Catherine Parr. Back to Mario. Henry VIII for 2000. This wife known as the Flanders mare wasn't around lawns. Luigi. Who is Anne Clevis. You got it. Ben and Jerry's at 400. In 2012, he began hosting the web series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Luigi. Who is Jerry Seinfeld? Yup. Ben and Jerry's for 800. In 2006, this Steeler became the youngest starting quarterback to win at the Super Bowl. Zelda.
Who is Brent Mustangburger?
No. Mario Luigi. Who is Ben Roethlisberger? Alright, back to Luigi. Ben and Jerry's for 1200. In an opera based on his TV talk show, debuted in London in 2003. Zelda.
Who's Jerry Springer?
You got it.
Ben and Jerry's for 1600.
California's youngest governor of the 20th century, he was elected his oldest in 2010. Luigi. Who is Jerry Brown? Yup. Ben and Jerry's for 2000. In 2016, he played a model named Derek in Zoolander 2. Mario.
Who's Ben Stiller? Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Legendary Gems at 400.
It's the gem city wherein the Wizard of Oz has his royal palace. Zelda.
What is Emerald City?
You got it.
Gems for 8.
In a short novel by John Steinbeck, a fisherman named Kino finds this title object. Luigi. What is the pearl? Yeah. Legendary Gems for 800. 1200. Precious is the heroine of Push Wolf's author has this precious gem for a name. Mario. What is a sapphire? You got it. 1600. In 1967, Leonard Iris made the bestseller list with the gem of a spy novel. Zelda.
What is a topaz?
You got it. And time is up. Because it's time for this one category left. When there's one clue left. And it goes to a Final Jeopardy. All three with you, it goes to Final Jeopardy. Here's the categories this. Classic games. Please bring in the Rangers. Remember to get the clue right after this. I would like to know this far for the finish the Rangers. And the category is Classic Games. Here's your clue, players. Since 1965, Cavity Sam has been the man at the center of this game. 30 seconds. Good luck. Beginning to mislock their answers. Zelda, let's start with you. You're at a $9,000. She wrote down respond. What is Operation? You are right. And what's the wager? Oh, this is a wager. They're going to be at $6,000. Going to be add $15,600. Bill Luigi, you're at $15,200. Did you come operation? She did the correct respond. What's the wager? $14,800 going to be add $30,000. Now he's got the lead. Now over to Ice Mario. Did you come with operation? She did. What's the wager? $9,000. You're gonna be added $35,000. Congratulations, Ice Mario. You're the Jeopardy champion. So we got, and about that, it was our 12 days grand total wins. Looking at about $425,000. Way to go, Ice Mario. Thanks for joining us here. Hope you play again tomorrow. So long, everyone.